Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Sunday the 10th of June. Thanks for watching. As always, the site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen here. So if you see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the advertiser, because it's that generates revenue for us and it keeps the website free of charge. Now, of course, don't just click on the advert because it's there, click on it because you want to. Now, we've got a potentially developing quite serious situation across central and southern parts of England during the next 48 hours. We've got some rain on the way and models picking up on some very heavy rain. Now, difficult to pinpoint exactly where this is going to be, but it does appear to be somewhere from the Eastern Midlands through the home counties, through central southern England, down towards the Hampshire, Wiltshire area. Let me just show you what I mean by looking at the models here. This is the rainfall accumulation as seen by the Herlam model, which is available from our site. Go to weatherweb.net, click on weather charts, and down the left hand side you'll see Herlam high res. If you click on England and Wales rainfall, it will bring you up a forecast chart of precipitation accumulation across the British Isles, and as you step through you'll be able to see rainfall levels increasing as you step through those charts. Now you'll notice as I go through them here how rainfall levels are increasing, look, across this southern part of the country, and by the close of play at midnight on Tuesday, so this is Monday going into Tuesday, this is over 100 millimetres of rain forecast here. This is centred around Surrey, Berkshire, Greater London, southern parts of Buckinghamshire, but don't take too much notice of the exact geographical area. It's somewhere within this zone that looks like seeing some very heavy rain. So is that just on its own, or do other models agree? Well, this is the Met Office high resolution model from 6 o'clock this morning. You can just about make out the British Isles coastline there. Here's East Anglia, look, this is coming around Kent. Here's the southern coast of England, southwest England here, and Wales here. This is from weatheronline.co.uk, and again you can see here this focus of very heavy rain within this area. Hampshire, Berkshire, Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire, Greater London, Surrey, and on here we've got West Sussex, and significant totals too running up into the southern parts of the Midlands. Rainfall totals here of 70 to 80 millimetres. So the NAE, the high resolution Met Office model, also is trying to back up. What about the more familiar GFS? Well, this is the GFS taking us through to midnight. In fact, it's not. This is the GFS that takes us through to midnight on Monday into Tuesday. Let me just get that chart on here for you. Here we go. So this is the GFS for the same time, and as soon as it's loaded, there we go. This is doing very, very similar things. Look, it's got totals of 40 millimetres, well 30 to 40 millimetres. This time it's putting it through the Eastern Midlands, but significant totals elsewhere too. So it's this area that seems to be at risk. Southern Eastern Midlands into the home counties, through South East England, parts of East Anglia. That's where it seems to be at risk of getting some very heavy rain in the next 48 hours. That's enough to be causing localised flooding in some places. So what on earth is going on? What's the position at the moment? These are the charts again from weatheronline.co.uk, and low pressure is basically in control through the British Isles. The times here, top left hand corner. As I step through these charts, you'll notice how that low, this little low, it looks a very innocuous feature, doesn't it, pushes rain northwards through the course of this evening and overnight tonight. Now that low just gets stuck across southern parts of the country, look, and starts to rotate, and that means that these areas of rain can just rotate around the low. Now the latest run of the GFS has pushed this rain a little bit further north into the Midlands, but it could be anywhere, as I said, across central or southern England, and it really is a case of raining solidly throughout Monday and into the early part of Tuesday before that low eventually clears eastwards. But still we've got rain affecting East Anglia and parts of the southeast even into Tuesday morning. It really is Tuesday afternoon before that clears away. We get more into a northerly by then, but I want you to notice this little feature here. This is a little area of low pressure developing across Wales, and of course they've had their own problems, haven't they, in the last 24 hours or so. Well, this area of low pressure could bring some very heavy showers to the mountains of Wales during Tuesday, and then turn into more persistent rain through Wednesday, and again persistent rain through the Midlands 2 during Wednesday. You'll notice throughout all of this, Scotland faring much better. The best of the weather up here where it will be largely dry. Western areas of Scotland seeing the best of any sunshine. For Thursday, more showers developing across southern parts of the country. Scotland stays generally dry with an easterly wind. And then into Friday, look, a new area of low pressure comes in. It pushes another area of heavy rain northwards through the country overnight Thursday into Friday. England and Wales, again the focus for this. That could put down an additional inch or so of rain. Now it should clear into Saturday, and then through Saturday we see a mixture really of sunny spells and some pretty hefty showers, although some longer periods of rain across East Anglia and the southeast. That clears away, but only to be replaced by another area of low pressure forecast to come into southern parts of the country through next Sunday, moving its way northwards, again bringing some heavy periods of rain, and that takes us into some more unsettled conditions into next week, with low pressure being very close by. Now, of course, we're now into the period here of the 20th, 21st, when I thought things may start to settle down. Of course, this is only one model we're looking at. This is the GFS, but it's kind of backed up by other models too. Although, notice this area of high pressure building towards the south and the east. So I'm starting to get the impression now that it will be more southern and eastern areas that see drier weather as we go on from a couple of weeks on Monday, sort of the 21st to 22nd. Now, it may be that that lasts for a few days, but probably not for very long with dry weather, as again you can see more unsettled weather coming in. So I'm struggling at the moment to see this better weather I was predicting for the end of the month. I just can't see it developing. And if we take a look at the long range models to see what it looks like happening in the longer range, excuse the weather wolf barking away there, won't you? Now you do have to turn your head to the side to see this chart, but this is from the CFS, and British Isles is here, look, upside down because it's centred on the pole, but what this is showing is the anomalies of the 500 millibar heights, and these blues and greens shows below normal heights, and that indicates low pressure across the British Isles in the coming week, which of course we've already seen. So into the second week, from the 2nd to the 23rd of June, notice how those minimums of heights drift down into Spain and Portugal. Now that still means that we've still got this trough that's lying through the British Isles during that period. So again, still unsettled conditions, although probably by then turning more showery than anything else. But the higher heights are closer to Scotland, which of course is where the better of the weather is. Now if we look at 3 and week 4, this is from the 24th until the 30th of June. Again, look, these lower heights down to the south of the country. So again, we're still stuck with low pressure affecting pretty much central parts of Europe. This is now getting quite unusual to have such a period so late through June where the jet stream effectively is blowing through these central and southern parts of Europe. Usually by now it started to come back northwards with the European monsoon. Still high pressure, look, up towards the north. And then for the beginning of July, still we have these lower than normal heights down towards the south. So still no indication of unsettled conditions on the way. Sorry, of more settled conditions on the way, and the high pressure remains to the north. Now, this is a situation that's been very similar to the one that we saw throughout the winter months, where we saw high pressure up north, low pressure to the south, and that easterly flow coming in. Now, something I want to point out as well, for the beginning part of July, we're doing some research into some different methods of forecasting and some extra data that we've got, and there are some indications that the beginning of July, somewhere from around the 2nd through to about the 10th, could become very rough indeed, with some very heavy periods of rain around. So really very few indications of improvements taking place at the moment. I flagged up that week, didn't I, for the final 3rd of June, and have been for a while, for drier, sunnier, more settled conditions coming in. But now, well, I'm beginning to wonder. Obviously I'll keep you updated in the coming days, but hopefully that's useful for you for now. Try and keep the sun shining if you can, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.